everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is beginning of the year, roughly. Happy New Year. I'm going to start a small video series and we'll see how long this goes. But I'm always shopping for cars online, whether it's going to one of the websites or going to the actual manufacturer's websites online and just kind of configuring cars. So what I thought I would do is kind of start a video series on me kind of building cars that I would buy. There's a cat up here. Cars that I would buy and configure ways that I would kind of configure them in an autocrossing mindset, kind of track day mindset as well. So today I'm going to start with two cars, because both of their configures are pretty straightforward. There's not many things you can get on them. So I'm going to start with a 2019 Golf R and a 2019 Honda Civic Type R. So go to USA here. And alright, so build your own Volkswagen. I'm going to go to the Golf R. Now the Golf R has, kind of on my radar because it's got good power. You can get it in a manual transmission, which I always like. And one big option you'll see here in a minute that they offer for 2019. But up here, all-wheel drive is nice. Granted, in Wisconsin, I've been driving rear-wheel drive cars for almost 4 years now, and with a good set of snow tires and for how little we've gotten snow in the past few years, it hasn't been the end of the world. But some people like four-wheel drive, so we'll start with that. So 2019 build. Now here is the reason the Golf R is on my radar. Look at all those color options. Pretty awesome. Not many manufacturers do that unless you're getting like $150,000 supercar. So I think that's really cool. I think Volkswagen's done a smart thing with that to try and get buyers into their cars after the debacle they had. I like that idea. I think it's really cool. One thing I will say is I have actually talked to a Volkswagen dealer, and if you want a car in these colors, I think it'll probably take 6 to 8 months, they said, to order it, get it in the color. And there's so I work for a dealership that has a Volkswagen dealership in the family, and there are no employee discounts on a special ordered special color car. Not the end of the world, but as you'll see here in a little bit, there's a lot of colors. Quiet that down. Now, returning theme you'll probably find as I go through this is I am a sucker for green. That is perfect. That looks amazing. Don't mind the cats running around fighting each other, but for me that is absolutely beautiful. So I'll go to interior. I don't think there are many options with there's just the one for the Type R or Golf R. Interior is pretty nice on the Golf. I've sat in a few. The Golf R is definitely probably the nicer of them, but all of them have really great interiors. Transmission, personally, I would go for the manual. I like manuals. I know the DCTs are great. You can't go wrong with them, especially as like a daily driver, but for me, manual, that's the way I would go. Now, accessories. MSRP, I think on black, that would look really good. And that's one thing, like for me, I like silver wheels. I've come to like silver wheels a lot more. I feel like with black, especially when there's photos taken of them, you don't really get to see the wheel. So I like silver wheels, or maybe wheels with a little bit of color to them. But I think in this car, the black will look great. Go through a few accessories here. I mean, their configure on this one is pretty straightforward. There's not many options you can get with it. Looks like their version of WeatherTech. Now I'll do that. So, summary. Green Golf R. I like that. And this is assuming you can actually get one at sticker. I'm not sure. I don't think many of the 2019s are actually out yet. Cliff Green. 425, 2 options. 44,215. Now, that's a lot for what I consider a Golf. I mean, Volkswagen has done a brilliant thing with the Golf lineup. It's a good, solid chassis that they've done many cars on, but that's a lot of money for that, little car. Essentially, what was designed to be a commuter car with a big engine, all-wheel drive, and a lot of nice things. That's a lot for Golf, considering I didn't even pay that for my 2017 Camaro. So I just jumped onto cars.com here just to see if there are any 2019s out there yet, and it doesn't look like it. I mean, I can't even select 2019 on the years, so it only looks like 2018s are out right now. I'm not sure when Volkswagen plans on starting to make 2019s, but I assume if you want something like that, to go to your dealership, talk to a salesman or a sales manager and get an idea, and either order one or put some money down on one, because like I said, to get any one of those special colors is going to be pretty much a special order. I doubt a lot of the dealerships are going to order ones in bright green or yellow or crazy colors that some people really like, but yeah, dealerships can't sell, so that's why they don't order colors like that. Also, reasons why manufacturers don't generally make colors like that. But if you're gonna pay $2,500, I mean, to me, $2,500 is awesome to get a color of your basically choosing. I like that. All right, so the next car I will be doing is the Honda Civic Type R. So go to Honda's website. Might have to do an SI because that yellow's pretty interesting. We haven't got one in at work yet. We had a few green Civics, but not yellow. So, Honda Civic Type R. Build. Now their configure on this one is also pretty straightforward. You only get a manual, which is perfect. You got championship white, which, I'm sorry, I mean, if you choose any color than white, that's your problem. I mean, that's a great looking car in that. Red's okay. Not a big fan of the blue myself. It doesn't really go with the red accents, I don't think. Black is black, looks good, doesn't look bad. Polished metal metallic, I don't really care for. It doesn't do anything for me. It's not that it's too metal flaky or have too much metallic in it, but it just doesn't fit this car for some reason. That's just my opinion. And then Sonic Gray Pearl, which personally is the one I would do. I saw this car in person at the dealership in town, and I was blown away at how good it actually looked in this color. The Sonic Gray, even though it's kind of like a flat gray, it's got that pearl to it. It looks really freaking good. So, I mean, white was my original first pick, but once I saw this color actually in person, I mean, Sonic Gray is the color I would go with. That said, I do know, because I've kind of put my name in on one of these cars possibly, that the dealerships, they don't really have a say on what Type Rs they get. So I'm on the list to get a Sonic Gray Type R, but we might get a red one in, we might get a blue one in, we might get every color before that. I don't know. My salesman said probably six months before we even maybe get a gray one. And if that's the case, I'm fourth in line. If someone ahead of me decides that they want gray, I'm out of luck and I gotta continue waiting. Now, I can go to other dealerships to buy this car, but but I work for a Honda dealer in town here, and we don't get employee discounts on this car, but we're also not marking any of ours up. We've sold every single Type R we've had at sticker, and to me, I've searched and I've gone on twocars.com and found Type Rs and put inquiries in, and they say they're selling them at sticker, but then when you get the information back, they're not. I had one, they were selling it at $36,900, which I think is the new sticker price of the Type R with destination. And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna sell this for $41,500. I'm like, well, that's not what it's listed. He goes, well, these cars are rare and we can mark this up. Okay, I know for a fact Honda does not want dealers marking these up, but let's see what kind of accessories we got. Comes with that. Wheels, comes with 20 inches that I don't care for, but that's a different video for later. Door visors, I don't mind door visors. I think they serve a purpose. I'd probably do those. Car cover maybe, but I'm gonna take the door visors off just because they're not a necessity for me. Season mats, I'll probably order some WeatherTechs or something like that, especially if I do decide to drive this year round, assuming I get one. Now I know there's some accessories. Oh, here we go. Show all. Shift knob. I'm sorry, that's a ridiculous amount of money for a red shift knob. And the interior panel trim carbon fiber isn't bad, but that's a lot of money for an accessory like that. They have some HFP floor mats that are red, but it doesn't look like they have them on here. I kind of like the red floor mats. I think for car shows that would be a cool thing to put in the car, especially with all the other red accents in the car. So let's go to the build summary here, and here we got a Civic Type R. Now 35.7, that's before destination. 36.2, that's a little less than I paid for my Camaro. I compare everything to that just because that's the car I have right now. That's kind of like the benchmark for me. 455 horse, 455 foot-pounds of torque. Rear-wheel drive, fun car, loud car, I like it. But still doesn't keep me from looking around. So 36.6, if you get one at sticker, that's not a bad price for what. It's hard to say with new cars whether or not they'll be classics, but it's Honda's first Type R in the States. You can count the Acura interior Type R, maybe, so this would be the second, but under the Honda badge, this is the first. It's a special car, and I think these won't depreciate in value as much as, say, a Camaro will. Trust me, it's pretty bad. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that. So let's go to cars.com and see what we can find out there. If I could spell, there we go. Civic Type R, we'll do within 100 miles of me and see what we got. So we got 18s, we got 19s. Now, one thing that you may not know that they changed with the 2019 Civic Type R, and it's about the only thing they changed with the Type R, is, if I can get a good picture of it here. Of course not on that one. We'll go further out and see what we can find. But they put a volume knob in on the audio unit. A lot of people were complaining, and for good reason. The touchscreen volume knobs don't work, especially up here. If in the winter you're wearing gloves, they just don't work properly. Now there is an adjustment on the steering wheel right there, but it's just not the same. Some people just, like for me, I love the Camaro where I can just spin the knob or hit the mute button. It works perfect. Let's see. So this claims as a 19, but I don't think it is, because go through here. There is no volume knob. Yeah, you can see the volume is kind of right there. That's the touchscreen. So this is labeled as a 19, but I know for a fact it's not. Here we go. Oops. Here we go. So this is when I actually put an inquiry in on, and went out there and wanted to go look at it. Wanted to go look at it, and they have a listed at sticker, but when I asked them about it, they were like, oh, it's gonna be 30 or 41 something. So yes, here is the volume knob for the 2019, which I think is absolutely awesome. Comes in handy. You just boop, press it, turn it off, boop, press it, turn it on. You can spin it. I mean, that's just easy convenience. Maybe that's just me being older than some of the kids now that have grown up with iPads, but yeah, volume knobs are nice. Keep doing that. Well, everybody, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna do a few more. I got a list of cars that I probably do. Some that are more attainable, like these cars. Some that are completely unattainable. But it's kind of fun to do. So I'm always doing it anyway, so why not film it and kind of bring you along with the journey that is what's going on in my head. Enjoy. So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss these. And I will see you all next time. Have a good day.